Hello, my dear students. How are you? Fine? Very good, guys. Actually, today we are going to discuss a new topic, alternating current through LCR in series. One inductor, one capacitor, one capacitor, and a resistor are placed in series, and alternating current is fed into it. Okay. Then what will be the behavior of current when it passes through the inductor, capacitor and resistor in series? We are going to discuss in details. We will be discussing the phasor diagram also. Are you getting my point? We are going to discuss quality factor, etc, etc. Lot of things. Today's chapter is very important. Okay, beta? Now we have already discussed AC through inductor in the last video. We have discussed AC through capacitor. And we had discussed AC through resistor also. Okay, remember, to discuss this chapter we need to take the help of the previous videos. If you have understood well, then it is very good, you are ready to go through it. And if it is not understood well, then you please go through that video once more. AC through inductor, capacitor and resistor. Okay, that video you have to go through. Okay. And today we are going to discuss alternating current through LCR in series. Later we will be discussing LCR in parallel also. It is coming from the chapter alternating current of class 12. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Ready means you are ready with pen, paste, so that everything should be copied, whatever is seen on the board. Okay? You see, a quick recap of the previous topic. In earlier class we have discussed when a resistor is fed into AC, okay, if E equal to E naught sin omega t, then we get the corresponding current I naught sin omega t. It means both are in same phase. We have discussed in details. Okay, if I want to draw the current graph and voltage graph, say this is the voltage graph with time and this will be the current graph with time. Okay, because this will be in the same phase. So this axis may represent voltage also, current also. Okay, say this is the voltage graph, this is the current graph. They are in the same rhythm. When one is at the amplitude, other is also at the amplitude. We have discussed in all these things in details. Now you see, in case of a inductor, say I was having an inductor. This is inductor. Okay, only resistance only, inductor only, and again it is fed into AC. Here also I see the EMF is E naught sin omega t. Are you getting my point? And the corresponding I will be found as we have already discussed. Okay, we have discussed I will be equal to I naught sin omega t minus pi by 2. It means they are not in the rhythm. Okay, it is current is lagging the voltage by pi by 2. If I want to draw this in the graph, what I see, say this is the voltage graph. Are you getting my point? It is the voltage graph. Then current will be this. It will be like that. Okay. You see, when voltage is maximum, current is 0. Are you getting my point? This is current graph. If it represents the voltage graph, it will represent the current graph. Here, when current is 0, voltage is maximum, like that. Na pi by 2 phase difference. So this is representing voltage or current. Are you getting my point? Exactly that way for a capacitor. Say this is a circuit containing a capacitor only. Okay, here also I see if E equal to E naught sin omega t, the corresponding current is found to be I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, that is already derived. Omega t plus pi by 2. Okay, here current leads the voltage by an angle pi by 2. So if I want to draw the graph here, if it represents voltage, so this is voltage, so this will represent current, like this. Okay, you see, when voltage is 0, current is maximum, na? Like that. The dotted line is current, the shaded line is voltage, EMF. Okay. This and if I want to draw the phasor diagram, na? In phasor diagram, what I see, say this is the voltage across the resistor. This also will be the current across the resistor. Both overlaps. Now, because the phase angle is 0 there, you know, because the phase angle is 0 there. But in case of this, what I write, if here current lags, na? If this is the current through the inductor, this will be the voltage across the inductor. Okay, you see, current is lagging, L for inductor. Okay, lagging the voltage by an angle pi by 2, like that. I have already told you, if this graph, na, you can draw this way also. In the previous video also we have discussed. If it is VL, it is IL, na? So it can be drawn that way also, no problem. This way also, no problem. But why I am drawing this way only, na? I'll explain. In case of this, current leads the voltage. It means this will be the if this is the current through capacitor, and this will be the voltage through capacitor. Okay, because current leads the voltage by pi by 2. Current leads the voltage by pi by 2, na? Plus pi by 2. So again I am saying, if you are not drawing this way, you can draw this way also. But this can be drawn this way also, no problem. VC, IC. This can be drawn this way also, no problem. VC, IC. Okay, that can be rotated, no problem. Here also you see, na, current is leading the voltage by pi by 2. Here also see, current is leading the voltage. Here also. But why I am drawing this way, I will explain it. Just a minute, okay? Guys, now you see. Now you are going to discuss the combined behavior of alternating current in LCR in series. Remember, if there is only one L, no C and R, this is the fact. If there is only one L, no C and R, this is the fact. If there is only R or C without L and R, this is the fact. Are you getting my point? Okay, now what I am going to do, I am just overlapping all these things. Okay, this plus this equal to I am going to get this circuit. Okay, I am going to get this circuit combining R, L and C. Okay, now you see what I am going to explain here. You can see at any moment, say current in the circuit is I don't know what is the value of I don't know whether it is maximum or minimum or whatever it is, but say current is I. So as it is in series, so here also current will be I, and here also current will be I at that moment. Here also current will be I, here also current will be I. Remember, at any moment current across all the three elements LCR is same. That is a very important point, because they are in series. Remember, if actually the current is maximum, current is oscillating, na? Current is increasing as well as decreasing, increasing as well as decreasing. So current is oscillating. When current is maximum, if it gets maximum current, then it also will get maximum current. It also will get maximum current. Same maximum current. Are you getting my point? Because they are in series. So what it says that? It says that current through the inductor, current through the capacitor and current through the resistor are in same phase. It means they are oscillating in the same rhythm. In this, current is oscillating this way. In this, current is oscillating this way. In this, current is oscillating this way. Means they are oscillating in the same rhythm, like this, not like this. Are you getting my point? Once the current is maximum here, here also current is maximum. So phase difference between current here and current here, what is the answer? Phase difference between current here and current here, 0. Phase difference between current here and current here, 0. Phase difference between
current through the capacitor and total current, that is also 0, because they all are in series. So current must be same. If it is maximum, always maximum. If it is minimum, then for everyone it is minimum. Okay, good. So that is why what I am doing, I am just plotting all these three phasor diagram na, taking current along x-axis so that I see any phase difference. I don't see any phase difference between I and I. Okay, so let me draw all this I here. So this is I. Remember, this I you can put I also, IC also, IL also, or IR also. I means total current, IR means current through resistor, IC means current through capacitor, IL means current through inductor. So out of this 4 you can put any, because value is same as they are in series. Now you see, think of the VR. VR is overlapped with this. Okay, now think of the inductor. This is VL, this is VC. What I have done, you see, I have just overlapped all these three phasor diagram. Okay guys, it's very important to understand this phasor diagram. Now you see what interesting thing happened here. If I ask you what is the phase difference, listen to my question properly. What is the phase difference between voltage across the inductor and the current through the source? Okay, what is the phase difference between current and the VL? If I ask you, voltage and current, what is the phase difference? Look at the figure, you can answer it. This is 90 degree, because this is voltage across inductor, this is current through the circuit. It may be IC, it may be IL, it may be, okay. So that is pi by 2. And can you say what is which one is leading? Yes, voltage is leading the current by an angle pi by 2. Achha, again, what is the phase difference between, that is my question for you, what is the phase difference between voltage across capacitor and total current? What is the phase difference between voltage across capacitor and the total current? Yes, again it is pi by 2. This is voltage across capacitor, this is total current, so this is 90 degree. And which one is leading, which one is lagging? Here you see voltage across capacitor is lagging behind the total current, or you can see total current is leading the voltage by pi by 2. Are you getting it? Very good, very good. Last question, can you, not last question, we have to ask many of such type of question. Can you say what is the phase difference between voltage across inductor and current through the resistor? What is the phase difference? This is for you. Keep a pause on the video and you try to answer. Voltage across inductor, current through resistor. Yes, answer is 90 degree. Okay, how? This is voltage across inductor and this is current through total current through resistor, current through inductor, anything. Na? So what is the phase difference? 90 degree. One more question. Again you will attempt first. Okay, keeping a pause on the video. What is my question? What is the phase difference between voltage here and voltage here? Voltage across inductor and voltage across capacitor. What is the phase difference between them? Voltage, 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 voltage. Voltage is oscillating. Here also voltage is oscillating. What is the phase difference between voltage inductor and voltage across capacitor? Keep a pause and say. Yes, it is 180 degree. It is voltage across inductor, it is voltage across capacitor. Okay, it is 180 degree. What does the physical meaning of this 180 degree phase difference? What is the physical meaning? Physical meaning is that when current passes through the resistor, if the inductor gives you voltage, supplies energy, the capacitor will absorb energy. Okay, simply like that only. If it gives voltage, it will take voltage, or if it gives voltage, it will take voltage, like that, nothing else. Okay, you can understand like that. So what is the phase difference between voltage across inductor and voltage across resistor? Voltage across resistor and voltage across inductor. Try to answer. Yeah, it is 90 degree. Okay, this is voltage across inductor, this is voltage across resistor, this is 90 degree. Good. Now you see, I need to wrap this part, and I am sure you have already copied all these things. Now you see what will happen. Here I will see an interesting fact. If I combine this is VR, okay, and this will be VL minus VC. Okay, I am assuming that at any moment VC is less than VL, but these two may be equal also. If they equal, then this part will be 0, VL minus VC. Okay, for our simplicity we are assuming that VL is greater. You can assume VC also greater. If VC is greater, this will be becoming VC minus VL, and this is VR. Okay, the figure will be like that, but for simplicity I am assuming like this. Okay, good. Okay, this is the voltage across inductor, voltage across capacitor, this is voltage across resistor. Now two vectors are there. If I combine, I get the resultant voltage. This is the resultant voltage. Resultant voltage means voltage across these 2 points. Yeah, voltage across these 2 points. Say this is A, this is B, means this is what? VAB. Okay, VAB. Voltage across A and B. Are you getting? Good. Now you see from the figure, from the vector diagram, V square equal to Pythagoras term, VL minus VC square plus VR square. Are you getting it? So this is a very important expression you are getting. VL minus VC whole square, VR whole square. It's important, you have to learn it. Remember why this formula is very important. See, say you are asked a question. Say at any moment in LCR series circuit, the voltage across inductor is 1 volt, this is also 1 volt, this is also 1 volt. So what is the voltage between A and B? So immediately the answer comes to our mind that will be 3 volt. No, 1 plus 1 plus 1, it will be 3 volt. 1 volt, 1 volt, 1 volt. Say at any moment it has 1 volt, 1 volt, 1 volt. So immediately answer comes to our mind, that is total voltage is 3 volt. But that is totally galat, because you can't add them algebraically, you have to add them vectorically. So this is the formula. This is 1, this is 1, 1 minus 1 whole square plus 1 square, whatever you get, that is the answer. Okay, so you cannot add it directly. See, this is a good relation between 4 quantities, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of these, if you know the value of 3, the rest 4 can easily be calculated. Very good, very good. I have got it. Okay, now let me move forward. If I write this, what is this? This is voltage, net voltage. Net voltage equal to net current into net resistance. Okay, then it will be, it is voltage across inductor. So voltage across inductor is nothing but current into resistance minus voltage across capacitor, means current into resistance. Okay, plus voltage across resistor, means current into resistance. Are you getting it? See, this is voltage. We know voltage equal to, it is net voltage, so net current into net resistance. Here Z is called the net resistance of the circuit. It has a special name also, I will later write. That is called impedance. Okay, but I can put now voltage equal to current into something. That something is nothing but resistance only.
And here in case of VL, voltage across inductor is I into resistance, and we have already discussed the resistance offered by the inductor is called inductive reactance, whose symbol is XL. For capacitive reactance the symbol is XC. But you can say me, sir, why you have taken same I is same everywhere, na? I have already explained. As they are in series, so current must be same. So therefore, that's why I am putting I everywhere. Okay. So you are getting cancelling all I. You are getting Z equal under root XL minus XC whole square plus R square. Remember, that is also another beautiful expression which you are finding now, and which is very, very important for mathematical problems also. This also. What is XL? Inductive reactance. What is XC? Capacitive reactance. Matlab capacitor opposition, means opposition offered by the inductor, means opposition offered by the resistor. Okay. And what is the opposition offered by the net circuit? Okay. So what is Z here? Here Z is called impedance. In fact, you can write the definition of impedance also. Write down. Impedance. It is the net opposition offered by LCR circuit to alternating current. Okay, I think no need to say the SI unit of impedance will be R only, na? Ohm, na? Because it is nothing but resistance only, na? SI unit ohm. Okay, symbol is that omega. Okay guys, two formulae we have found so that we can do numerical. Okay, now you see, say in this circuit the value of resistance is 2 ohm, capacitive reactance is 3 ohm, inductive reactance is also 3 ohm. So what is the net resistance? 3 plus 3 plus 2. Wrong. But simple algebra is not valid in case of AC circuit, na? Because they keeps on behaving like vector quantities. So that is why it will be that value can be calculated from this formula only. If it is 3, if it is 3, if it is 2, so 3 minus 2, 3 whole square plus 2 square. Are you getting my point? And again here there are 4 quantities. Out of 4, if we know the 3, the rest 4 can be easily calculated. Are you getting? So now the problems are there, you can practice, no problem. Now you see the circuit will show some behavior. Okay, we are going to discuss this behavior only. Resonance. I am going to discuss something about resonance. I hope this thing is copied. If not, rewind it, give a pause and copy all these things. I think it is known to all of you. Now you see resonance. An AC circuit is said to be in resonance if its inductive reactance and capacitive reactance are equal. See, if XL and XC are equal, then the circuit is called
in resonance. Why resonance and what is the exact meaning of resonance? We will be explaining. Just you learn this definition first. This is AC circuit. The circuit will be said to be in resonance if the opposition offered by inductor and the opposition offered by the capacitor will be same. If they are same, then the circuit is said to be resonance. So if resonance, so XL equal to XC, and I understand that XL equal to omega L and XC is equal to 1 upon omega C. We have already discussed na? Capacitive reactance 1 upon omega C. XL is 1 omega L. So from that you will get omega square equal to 1 upon LC. It means omega equal to 1 upon under root LC. Okay, omega can be put as 2 pi f. 2 pi f equal to 1 upon LC. Okay, so from that f you can put, from that f you can from that expression you can put f equal to 1 by 2f 1 upon LC. Remember, this is also one important formula which is very helpful for doing numericals, and I am going to explain the characteristics of this. Okay, you write down all these things. Here f is called resonance frequency. This f is called resonance frequency. This frequency is called resonance frequency. This f is called resonance frequency. Okay, you can be asked also what is resonance frequency. You get that the answer will be the frequency of the AC for which XL and XC is equal. Okay, you can write the definition also. The frequency of AC in LCR circuit for which XL equal to XC holds good. Okay, yeah, it fits XL equal to XC. Yeah, if you want to write, you can write inductive reactance equal to capacitive reactance. Okay, you can write that also in sentence form. Okay, what is this? This is the definition of resonance frequency. Okay, let me discuss the meaning of resonance frequency. Okay, you see, physical meaning of resonance frequency and physical meaning of resonance. Very important, huh? Nothing to write now. Just you need to understand only. See, I have taken an ordinary circuit. Okay, say this is inductor about something millihenry. SI unit of inductance is Henry. You have already discussed. Say this is capacitor of something microfarad. This is resistor of something say 100 ohm. Okay, like that. After putting the value of L and C, whatever I have put here, say I have found the frequency is, say this frequency is something hertz. Say frequency is 300 megahertz. Okay, say this is just an example only. After putting the value of L and C, F is found to be say 300 megahertz. Now what will happen? You see, what will happen? This is a AC source. Okay, any signal from the radio station, from the TV tower, from the mobile tower, these are some electromagnetic signals only, oscillating signals only, they have frequency only. Are you getting my point? So that way, say this is a signal source. Okay, oscillating signal source. Its frequency can be varied. Let us assume that the frequency of this AC source can be varied. when I keeps on varying the source frequency, say from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, as I increase the frequency of this, of the AC, you know that inductor will start offering more resistance and the capacitor will start offering less resistance. Means capacitor will accept it, inductor tries to reject it. We have understand already in the previous chapter. Capacitor loves high frequency AC or inductor loves low frequency AC. We have already discussed, na? As the frequency increases, inductor offers more resistance, but capacitor offers less resistance. Are you getting that? Okay, come to my example. Once I increase the frequency of AC gradually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, gradually inductor offers, increasing the frequency, na? Inductor offers more resistance, means inductor tries to oppose it and capacitor tries to accept it. Okay, and whenever this frequency keeps on increasing and gets this value, so this is a simple example, 300 megahertz, which is the value of this. Okay, f equal to 1 by 2 by this value. Whenever the frequency reaches this value, then an interesting case will happen. The opposition offered by L and the acceptance offered by capacitor, both are equal. They will become equal. It means voltage dropped at inductor will be same as voltage rise at capacitor, and vice versa. So what does it mean? Hold the circuit, in hold the circuit, only the net resistance will be simply the resistor, because our formula was like that, na? Our formula was Z equals under root XL minus XC whole square plus R square. As resonance, if this equal to this, okay, then this equal to this means this part will be 0, so Z equal to R only. Are you getting? Means whole the AC circuit will behave like a purely resistive circuit only. Remember, at resonance, the AC circuit behaves like a purely resistive circuit. At resonance, the AC circuit behaves like a purely resistive circuit. Okay, good. And one more thing you understand, when x equal to xc, the z will have the minimum value, you know. Other than this is a whole square, na? So the z value will be more only. But when x equal to z, xl equal to xc, the z is equal to z minimum value. You can write this also. At x equal to, at xl equal, at resonance, xl equal to xc means z equal to z minimum, which is equal to R. Z equal to z minimum, which is equal to R. The circuit will have the minimum resistance. If the minimum resistance is minimum, so current will be maximum. Therefore, current in the circuit will be maximum. And what will be the maximum current? You can calculate. Imax equal to voltage upon resistance. Resistance will be simply R. Are you getting my point? And voltage is this. But initially it was not R. It was XL minus XC whole square plus R square under root. But now it will be simply R at resonance. Okay. Again, I am repeating the example. say value of L is something, C is something, and after putting all this thing in with this, I got the value of frequency is say 300 megahertz. What does it mean? It means if current is flowing with a frequency other than 300 megahertz, then the current flow is not maximum. If the AC frequency is 300 megahertz, it means current is maximum. Okay, see, this circuit is behaving like your radio device, your TV, mobile, like that. You see, in the sky we have lot of electromagnetic signals. Na? When I tune a radio for a particular channel, you know, na, that is 99.1 FM radio bajate raho. Okay, in this type of signals, na, they say 99.1 megahertz. I need to catch the signal from 99.1 megahertz. Okay, what I need to do? I have to tune it. Initially, it is tuned by the changing the capacitor. Okay, changing the capacitor, I can change the value. Are you getting? So say I got the value of 99.9 megahertz F. It means my circuit, LCR circuit, will now become ready to accept that signal, because that signal current will be flowing in maximum with the maximum value, and other signals, so 99.9 megahertz, other than this also we have lot of signals in the sky, na? So other signals also coming, but this will not respond as much it is responding to that 99.9 megahertz, whatever it is. Are you getting my point? So that is the transistor accepting circuit. You can we can say that this is also an acceptor circuit also. That LCR series circuit is also called one acceptor circuit, because it accepts a particular signal. Okay, other signals it does not accept well, because for other signals current flow is not maximum because resistance is there, but for that particular frequency signal it shows minimum resistance, which is what is minimum resistance? That is simply R, because XL and XC will pull all together will vanish. One will destroy the other. XL will destroy the XC, or XC will destroy the XL, and so that's why in the circuit only R is left. Okay, so you can please write down LCR series circuit is also called the acceptor circuit. LCR series circuit is also called one acceptor circuit. LCR series circuit is also called a acceptor circuit. Okay, no need to say why it is called acceptor, because it accepts a particular frequency AC. Which particular frequency? That is resonance frequency. What is resonance frequency? At resonance frequency, XL equal to XR, means opposition offered by inductor equal and opposite to the opposition offered by capacitor. Okay. In fact, one more thing. In at resonance you can write this also. At resonance, VL equal to VC also. Because if XL equal to XC, multiply both sides by I, current. So that will be VL, na? That will be VC. So that is why voltage offered at inductor and voltage offered at capacitor both cancels each other, na? Because VL minus VC, na? If one is raising voltage, other will drop. Means voltage given by the inductor will be cut by the capacitor. So voltage given by the source will be going to the resistor. Are you getting my point? The supply AC source is supplying voltage for all, but it is seen that voltage inductor at the inductor is dropped by the voltage in the capacitor at resonance, or vice versa. Then the voltage given by the source will be directly flown to the resistor only. Are you getting my point? You can write that point also. At resonance, entire voltage supplied by the source is dropped at resistor only. You can write last point this also. Okay? At resonance, write down please. At resonance, the entire voltage supplied by the source is dropped
at resistor only. Okay, you can write this also. Are you getting my point? Great, great. We are doing well. Very nice. Or if you want to draw a graph, na, you can draw this also. Say you are increasing the frequency, then what will happen? Current gradually increases to a maximum value, then again decreases. And when the current will be maximum, it is at omega naught. And what is omega naught? It is nothing but 1 by under root LC. You can write is F naught also, then you have to multiply by 2 pi as I have drawn it. And what is the maximum current value? That will be I max, no? That will be I max. And I have already discussed, na? I max is what? Maximum voltage upon resistance only. Huh? Here you can put only resistance. So this is the graph of that one, current versus frequency. Okay, you please draw it. For Z also we can put one graph. For Z, matlab net impedance. For Z it will be just reverse of this. This is omega. This is net opposition. As I understand, on increasing omega, Z will decrease to a minimum value, then again increase. Okay, this is the minimum value of Z at omega naught, and the minimum value of Z is what? R. Huh? Only the resistor. So for Z the graph is like this. For current the graph is like this. Okay guys, very nice. You people are doing very well. Okay, आप बढ़िया से करो, and finally try to attempt all the numericals from the book. Okay, and we will have some videos also with the numerical. Thank you guys. Keep studying, keep rocking. Nice. Thank you.